Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make the most delicious pot of Nigerian Egusi soup. Let's get into the ingredients. You would be needing melon seeds, and these are what they look like when they are peeled. And then you'll be needing some tatashe, which is red bell pepper, scotch bonnet, and a bit of chili pepper. You blend that roughly, and also the melon seeds you blend, and then you're going to mix with a generous amount of meat stock. I'm using some beef broth here. Give that a good mix till you get a paste that has the consistency of what you're seeing in this video, and then set that aside. Now, to make the soup, you're going to be needing palm oil. That is an essential part of making Nigerian egusi soup. You decide how much or how little you want, and then you scoop in the egusi paste that we made from the blended egusi seeds and the beef broth. Okay. Once you stir or you combine the oil and the egusi paste together, you're just going to fry these on medium to low heat. Now, there are so many methods in making Nigerian egusi soup, and I am showing you how to make the frying method. This one never fails. This one always ensures that your egusi is properly cooked and doesn't give you any form of heartburn or stomach problems. We're also going with the blended pepper mix, and then we're going to begin to fry this together. This is my own recipe and have used this for over 15 years. It always comes out really delicious. My soup never goes sour, and no one ever complains of stomach pain after eating my soup. You want to keep stirring this at least every 2 to 3 minutes at intervals until it is properly fried. Now, once it is properly fried, you're going to see it look like almost like tiny scrambled eggs, and then the oil is floating on top. If you think the oil is too much, you can always decant after you've made the soup. Now, once your egusi looks properly fried like this and the oil is floating on top, I'm going to go ahead and add a bit of crayfish powder. You always need this in making Nigerian soups. It's an essential ingredient that you cannot skip. I also go in with a generous amount of my native soup spice. Kindly let me know in the comment section if you would want me to share that recipe. It is a mixture of crayfish powder, stockfish, dried fish, dried bonga fish, large crayfish, some other spices that I blended into powder form, and I use this in making all of my local dishes, especially soups when I am making my Nigerian soups. Okay, now you stir that into the soup, and then you're going to continue frying this. Ensure you're doing this on medium to low heat so it doesn't burn, but then it cooks really well. The entire frying process should take you at least 15 minutes if you're doing it right. Yes, it takes that long. I mean, anything good takes long. Okay, once it is properly fried and everything is well incorporated like this, you want to now go ahead and introduce all of the ingredients that we'll be using. I've already boiled my meat. Okay, and now I'm adding in my smoked fish. You can use smoked fish, dried fish. As a matter of fact, use both smoked, dried. Just add as much as you like. Okay, I go in with my meat stock and of course all of the meat that I bought some beef and some bush meat in here. I'm just going to turn that into my soup. Now, if you're still watching and you're not subscribed to this channel, kindly click the subscribe button and also turn on the notification bell so you always get notified when I post my videos. At this point, I know you are wondering, oh my God, the liquid is more than the soup. No, egusi would definitely soak up all of the liquids that you add into it, and this will now help the soup to swell up and be properly cooked and combined after about 20 minutes of cooking. So do not be scared that the liquid is too much. Like I said about the oil, you can always decant it if you think it is too much. Once you add in your meat stock and you stir everything properly, you want to taste this to be sure that everything is tasting right. I adjusted my crayfish powder at this point, and you can adjust your salt and seasoning if you think that it needs a bit of adjusting, but I would advise you allow this to cook at least 10 minutes before you go in and taste again, just so that the meat stock and the egusi would have cooked properly and you get the perfect taste, so you do not overly season. You cover this and allow it to cook for 20 minutes on medium to low heat. Yes, I said 20 minutes because you want it properly cooked. At that point, your egusi is cooked, and this is what it should look like. You would see that the liquid has reduced because it has soaked up all of that meat stock, and now it is looking thick. If you want it to be thicker, you can either reduce the stock or you can cook this for much longer. Now, for vegetables, people tend to use the ugu leaves, which is the fluted pumpkin. For me, I am going to be using the fluted pumpkin and some washed bitter leaf. I already washed and I had them in the freezer. So I just drop it in there and I'm going to allow it to, melt into the soup pretty much because it is frozen. And then my soup is pretty much ready. You can use any vegetable. If you're abroad, you can use kale, but spinach I would not recommend because spinach is a bit watery and might make your soup watery. So you can use kale for your egusi soup if you live abroad. And you have just made a delicious pot of Nigerian egusi soup that you can pair with eba, semo, pounded yam, or even oat swallow if that is your preference. Now, let me know if you enjoyed this video. If you want to see more Nigerian soup recipes, let me know in the comments. And thank you so much for watching. I do hope that you have clicked on the subscribe button and you're a part of my family already. I'll see you guys in my next video. Love you. Thank you for watching and bye.